Trail running is really any kind of running where you're off-road. So sometimes it's called cross-country running or off-road running, but usually trail running. And it's on smaller paths, and they can be forest roads or little tiny farm tracks or steps, but just not on the road. And it tends to be longer distances than running marathons, so I like to run longer distances than marathons. You get out and you see different scenery, you see different parts of China. It's not like running in a city. For my day job, I work at Chengdu University of Technology. I manage the international collaborative programs there. I've lived in China for 25 years nearly now, which is basically half my life. So I think my family have got used to me running every weekend. I think they'd be surprised if I was at home. I've been running for about 5 years, and then sort of more seriously in competitions for the last 3 or 4 years. I know that in the last 3 years I've run more than 100 competitions.
Okay, so today we're at Longchuanshan, Yangtianwo. There's a 4-kilometre loop. We set off up here and come back down here behind us. There's a little bit of everything, so muddy trails, footpaths, road, some quite steep bits, some more gentle bits. Quite a fun 4-kilometre loop that we can run a few times for training. Quite a popular place here for runners. What I really like doing the best is running longer distance races, but it's also quite good practice to sometimes run some shorter distance races, but a little bit faster. So I ran a 42-kilometre race really to practice running a little bit faster and to work on speed work.
Breakfast, I'm going to have some oats because they're quite good for keeping the energy up throughout the day. It's a slow release sugar. So usually I eat something like oatmeal or something with like slow burning sugar that will last all day. So something like oats is good, or rice or something like that, where lots of carbohydrate. For this race, we've got quite a lot of required gear. So this is a thermal top, a long sleeve top to keep me warm with wool, some thermal trousers, and a first aid kit and a blanket, an emergency blanket. Hopefully I won't use any of this in the race, so I'm going to put it in a waterproof bag so it doesn't get covered in sweat.
Hảo, 谢谢。把这个转进去。哎呀，没有。
我给你打个勾啊。
好，谢谢，谢谢，辛苦你了。
安全完赛，
谢谢，谢谢。
I would be happy maybe 5.5, 6 hours, something like that, but it's very hard to predict.
Alright, we just started to climb the hill now. Fortunately it's not too hot yet this morning. I guess it'll get hot later.
To be honest, the problem I have is I'm used to running much longer distance races. And so on a longer distance race, when you get to an uphill section, you save energy for later. And so today I had to keep telling myself, oh no, it's only a short race, this uphill bit I have to run. So I think it's not so much about racing the other races, it's about challenging yourself and running as fast a time as you possibly can for yourself. Of course, everybody likes to finish in the highest position possible, but really it's about challenging yourself.
加油加油！ 谢谢你们。Okay, last 500 meters.
And welcome back to our event.
Hello, Edward. Well, you're both wearing race shirts. There we are.
Yeah, congratulations, Daddy.
Okay.
Well done, Daddy. Beautiful.
All right, I'll see you later. I'll get a train back fairly soon. See you this evening.
Yeah, see you. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm always satisfied. I don't mind whether it takes me 6 hours or whatever the closing time is, 11 hours. I'm always happy to finish. The moment Sichuan's nice. We've got different sizes of hills, so we've got some really, really big hills like Ermei, which is obviously very challenging to run up because it's all up steps the whole way, 3,000 metres. Or we've got sort of the rolling hills of Longchuanshan where you run uphill 100 metres, downhill 100 metres. So there's lots of different trails to run in Sichuan. I think it's one of the nice things about it is how varied it is.